What's up, gamer hole?
Boys.
We are down a man today. We lost Decky to a tragic game, 36-hour long game of Civ.
Why would a man choose to play Civ for 36 hours straight?
Why
I may
somebody
never
would
know.
subject themselves to this torture, I will never understand. I've never actually even finished a game of Civ.
I've never even played it. I was trying to watch him play, and
that game's impossible to watch.
Yeah, let me tell you this. I've never played it before, and I tried to check it out, what he was doing and what he was staying up for all this time. And I can't imagine something worth less staying up for. Worth staying up for less.
There's just like shit.
God, it looks mind-numbing.
There's
What is
shit
he doing?
everywhere on the screen. It's just like crazy.
I love Grand Strategy. I just don't like Civ is the one that I don't like at all.
I love Risk.
Crazy.
It's like Risk, right? Kind of.
I love Risk.
It's sort of like
Risk
Risk.
is great.
You take over each octagon type of deal with your stuff.
Yeah.
So Decky finished that right before we were gonna record, but he is like he probably passed out 10 minutes after ending his stream and telling us he couldn't get on today, which is fine, but there's no Decky today. And there's no replacement for Decky. We couldn't find it in our hearts to find someone else to get on today, so
he's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Decky is irreplaceable. So Decky's not here today.
It's just us. Sorry.
Just us.
And just like that, little pause.
That's because Decky's not here.
There's less stuff to talk about. Decky's the one who actually goes outside and does things in life. The three of us, we're a little bit lacking in the
Went to Home Depot yesterday. Almost,
but he didn't.
I went to Starbucks today.
Whoa.
That's a big one for you.
That's the only place I went today or yesterday.
You went out to get Starbucks?
Yeah, because
that seems so weird.
My wife was cleaning the coffee machine, running some sort of weird chemicals.
She was descaling it.
Yeah, she was descaling it.
Yeah.
And that frightened me to drink out of it right after that. So she was done actually by the time I was making the coffee, but I didn't trust it.
It's like a vinegar. It's pretty much just vinegar that run through it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't want vinegary coffee either. I'm gonna
run water a few times, but
she
you were scared to have the coffee.
I'm a very careful man. Listen, I'm a very cautious, careful man. If there's any risk associated with anything,
Aqua in his kitchen, just fearful of every single appliance.
I'm not that much of a psycho, but,
No,
I did choose to go out for coffee instead because this made me very nervous.
It was it's like what you said in the members. You don't care as long as you don't have to think about what's going into that coffee.
Exactly.
Okay,
see, I saw the descaling process, and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like it one bit.
If only your wife did it when you weren't paying attention, it would have been perfect.
Then I would have happily made coffee and probably loved it.
He cleans the oven. The oven has a cleaning cycle mode you can put it on.
Don't tell me about that. I don't want to know.
It literally just ramps the heat up to dummy hot and burns all the grease and char and it just turns it all into ashes, and then you just sweep out the ashes. I can just see Aqua I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not touching this girl.
No, I don't like this. I don't like the look of that. That's gonna be bad.
And he goes out to eat for the next week.
Yeah, which is so much worse. We were talking about this on the members only episode. If I don't see what's happening, I don't care. But if I see it, the slightest the slightest upset could send everything completely awry.
If the waiter's fingernail so much as just barely touches the pasta on my plate as he sets it down, it's going bad.
No. That's not true. I'm like one of those people. We've talked about this. If I find like a hair in the food, I'll take it out and just keep eating. I might remove some of what the hair was touching, but I'll eat the rest of it.
Yeah.
But
I've seen
anyways,
you eat that salad one time, remember? And one of your food reviews was a salad. And you're like, I think that's someone else's hair. And then you remove it and eat the rest.
I don't really care. I actually am not that. But like, that doesn't bother me. But like the descaling the coffee machine freaked me the fuck out. It really did. You know what else freaked me out? I actually did go outside of my my dwelling.
Took 2
recently.
steps outside.
And
I
it
went
was
to a
horrific.
friend's like birthday party. We went to an escape room where at the end a paint bomb goes off. If you don't solve it in time, you get just like paint shot all over you. And I did.
That's awesome.
We failed.
And you got covered in paint.
I got slimed. Yeah, it was like so you wear like this jumpsuit there, and like a face shield thing.
Yeah.
And you go for like room to room, and then at the end you do all these tasks in these different rooms, and then it adds to your timer the amount of time you get to defuse this bomb.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got to the end, and it's just like a room where we each have like a controller, and there's just paint cannons facing us. And like I said, we did our best, but we failed. And the paint shot out, and it was actually like it felt like getting shot with like a fire hose. It was like actually like
pretty bad.
kind of painful, like a lot of force with this paint, and it all shot up like under my face shield and like all up my nose and stuff. So in my mouth and everything, and that was upsetting. That made me.
This is where he figured out he liked the taste of paint.
Instead of eating paint chips, I just drank the paint.
Just drink it now.
Against
I wonder
my
what
will,
kind of
but-
paint it was. I wonder if
I have no idea. I
would
didn't.
assume it's some sort. They like wholesale buy some body paint on Amazon or
Okay.
something.
I'll tell you this. It glowed in the dark, like neon paint.
Ooh.
And I was trying to wash. There's at the end, there's like a little sink you can wash up with.
Oh,
and
it's nice of
everything.
them to totally slime you and then give you a little sink.
Yeah, a
to
little
wash
slop sink. And that paint was not coming off. Like my hands continued to glow. So it was like I don't know if it was like non-toxic, like easy wash off. It didn't come out. It's probably still here. I need like
Aqua.
go on a black light.
was
with
this
my
like
hand.
was this
I'm
like
gonna
a
tell you
black
something.
light type
Yes.
like environment?
Yes.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna tell you
God.
something, Aqua. You shouldn't be worried about that descaler. From what I just heard, it's not the descaler you're worried about.
See, I didn't care about the paint going all over my face, but the descaler I'm not gonna mess with that. And you know what? It was like purple neon paint, and like
So they're using paint that like
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I never pick my nose. Right? I'm not a goddamn liar. Everybody picks their nose. So I was picking my nose. Just it was time for a little cleanup. Okay. Guys, don't get off your fucking high horse. I know you pick your nose. Everybody watching, shut the fuck up. So anyway, my
someone in
boogers
their
were
car
purple.
right now listening on Spotify.
I had purple booger. Well, don't eat it. That's where I draw the line. That's
Yeah.
fucking disgusting. Don't eat it. Wash your hands. I do it, right? And then I wash my hands. But anyway, yeah, I had purple boogers. So
Delicious.
that's my story.
You know why I'm fairly
Good thing you went out to do that.
Yeah.
you know why I'm fairly sure
Hey,
I'm
who
good.
needs Decky? I got stories. I do stuff. Whatever.
I'm fairly sure I'll die of mesothelioma
Mm-hmm.
one day because when I was
you did your own house, right? Like,
oh no, when I was working out of high school, I
Oh,
was like doing demolition for like these old apartments, and
Wow.
I had no sort of respirator at all, and we were just like ripping down drywall and ripping out like wires and pipe and shit.
How
And
long
I
did you do
remember
it for?
a month, maybe 2 months. But I remember coming home and like walking into my bathroom and looking in the mirror and just being fucking coated in like soot and dust and grime, and then I just being
Asbestos.
like, just like reaching in my nose, my finger, and pulling out like a fucking line of dust and
That's
like
gross.
encrusted like just dust that like accumulated in my nose. It was just like, it felt amazing, okay, to pull like to just like rip something like
when
that
you
out.
get something like from like deep in,
That like
I know that.
connects back
Yeah,
open.
like it comes out of like your brain. It feels like, you know what I'm talking about.
It was like
That's
that.
kind of cool.
It
Yeah,
felt amazing, but at the same
things
time, I
you
was
know,
like,
don't lie.
No,
like, how much of that made it into my lungs?
that feeling is really weird. And if you want to feel that feeling, go get some COVID tests, because Jesus Christ, they go
Oh,
high
yeah.
up there.
Oh no, it's not like that.
That was kind of fun. It says like a brain tickle. I like, honestly, I kind of like it. It
Who's a
feels
cute
funny.
brain? Who's a cute brain? The brain shyly like,
Yeah. It's pretty funny. It feels weird. I had one recently. My brain laughed when
Yeah, I can
During
hear
my-
giggling inside my head. Yeah. Wasn't the normal voices that are usually there?
yeah, just
Funny.
laughing.
funny brain noises.
Yeah, that it feels kind of weird, but
You know how the
it's not so
human
bad.
body has like a reward center for like picking scabs, which is why I think that feels so good when you.
Ooh, I don't
just
like
rip
that. I don't
out,
do
like,
that shit.
Does it have I didn't know that.
because it like
It releases
something
like dopamine or
about like
something?
picking a scab, like it like provokes your immune system response or something,
Okay.
which is good for your body, for your immune system to like,
Yeah.
oh my god, something's happening, go go go. For some reason, like that's why picking scabs is like rewarding for some people to their mind, because I don't know,
Okay.
because it does some, and I'm pretty sure that's the same reason why people watch like pimple popping videos and shit, because it's like,
I do like those.
right, because it feeds
hate
that
those.
same reward center
But
of like removal from your body, like
yeah.
illness, remove the
Yeah, yeah.
illness from the body.
I like how we're doctors, because we're really very sensitive and we know exactly how what's working on here. It gets something, your brain likes it, something happens there. We're doctors, we know what we're talking about.
My brain feel good.
But something that we could talk about actually, with a little bit more knowledge. Did you guys see that Twitch shut down their little pay to get on the front page ad thing?
No
Remember a
surprise
while
there.
ago?
I
A while
remember.
ago we talked about it. We were like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, I don't care what.
So
like,
Twitch
Twitch
did this
takes
thing
the money.
where instead of subscribing to a viewer or donating to a viewer, there was like a pop-up thing that would say like, do you like this streamer? Put them on the front page of Twitch for 5 minutes for $5, and you could like buy that for the streamer to get them on like the recommended on the front page of Twitch.
Yeah. And we talked about how it's done, because you can't really, like, how is Twitch going to prove that they did that? They can't really give you that information. They can't give the streamer that information. It becomes like a really awkward thing where you should be supporting the streamer by giving them money, but instead Twitch.
And
just
what a
keeps
fucking
it.
surprise! Nobody wanted to give Twitch money.
Here's
What
something
a
that happened,
surprise.
and the reason why it shut down was because people said, let's put porn on the front page, and that's what they did. A bunch of
Did they?
affiliates that got affiliate status, because it's really easy to get affiliates, would do that, and then people would just pay to get porn on the front page. And I think there was porn on the front page for like an hour before they shut it down.
For an hour?
Yeah,
How
I'm
does
not
Twitch let that go
surprised.
for an hour?
I don't
I
know. Twitch was
noticed
just
that,
fucking.
Don't they look at their own front
they don't.
page?
They don't.
I noticed they're getting rid of the total view count on Twitch.
They are getting rid of the
Saw
total
that too,
view count.
yeah.
I know. Which
I
total
saw
view
this,
count?
It looks so alarming too. I was streaming yesterday.
I thought something was
And
wrong with my stream
It means,
when I saw that alert.
absolutely nothing. Total views means absolutely nothing. And also
Right.
followers means almost absolutely nothing too. So,
Well, true.
because
But-
followers are all botted, like a lot of them are botted, or they might be 3 years old that aren't currently watching or whatever. So
Yeah,
it's
but
deceptive.
still,
not wrong.
all
Yeah.
followers on every social media platform are like that. But Yeah,
know,
they're
that's
getting
like the
rid of the
holy
total
number,
views thing.
right?
They put like this big like warning error looking thing on it, and I like clicked it. I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" And
Yeah, I
they're
thought my
like,
stream was
"Alert!"
broke.
Yeah, I know. It was like,
And then you click it, and
upsetting.
all it
My
says is
stream
like,
already looks all fucked up. Like everything is like all red and like flashing. Like, everything's wrong. Everything's breaking the whole time because
Aqua trying to stream Elden Ring.
stream at 8K. And when you do that, it works fine, but it's a trick. Everything says the whole time, all the alarms are going off. Everything's unstable. Your bit rate is redlining, all this stuff, but it's fine.
Okay, when Aqua says 8K, he means he streams at 8,000 bit per second bit rate.
Yes.
Kilobit per second bit rate.
Kilobit per second.
Yes, sorry.
Not 8K resolution. That would be
They
Which would be
tell
pretty
you that
bonkers.
6,000 is the
that's
top,
the limit.
but it's not. You can
Well,
get it
6,000 is the limit for stable upload.
Liars.
That's why 8K is not. It's what they say not to do, and why you get all those things, because it's not actually stable. You're not uploading at 8K the whole time. It
I
like
like-
jumps a little bit because they can't actually they can't accept that for a long time.
I like to imagine Aqua trying to string Elden Ring.
They
He's
should
just-
be able to.
He's looking at like the other he's just trying to play the game, and on his like side monitor is just like flashing fucking warning lights and
It
error
is.
messages,
That's
and,
what
like,
that's what it looks like on my side.
email notifications from Twitch like it's
Yeah.
broken, stop. And Aqua's like, I'm gonna kill this boss.
It is. It's like that scene in Chernobyl where they first like push everything too high. There's too many sieverts. You can't do this. I won't do it. It's like that. And I'm like going through the settings, just like,
Well, the
just
stream
maxing it
looks
out.
fine.
Yeah,
I'll just keep
guys,
streaming.
does it look good? They're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, okay, and just keep going.
I
like when
love when streamers ask chat that kind of stuff too, because you're never gonna get good answers.
I ask my chat, guys,
Yeah.
does it sound okay? And I see, yeah.
No.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Sounds good. Yeah. And then I rewatch the VOD and my voice is like fucking blown out. Like it's like ear shattering and crackly. And I'm like, they told me it was okay. This isn't okay.
They're not
Yeah.
audio engineers. They don't know.
Either that or they all reply like muted. You're muted.
Muted.
It's amazing. I've noticed if it's your stream, everyone is and you have someone else on, you're always just the bad guy. like whatever you say or do, no one's on your side. If it's your stream, it's so funny. Anyway, what were you saying?
Me. I forgot I wanted to tell you this when we were talking about your coffee maker and its descaling process.
Yeah.
Do you guys have what are they called? You put the little cups in it and clamp it down and hit the button.
K-cup or single
K-cup.
cup?
Keurig. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have Keurig machines?
No.
My parents have one.
Okay. When I went away to college, I had a Keurig machine.
Mhm.
And we kept it when we left college, and we just kept using it. So that Keurig machine probably 5 years old now,
Okay.
roughly. A couple of months ago, I didn't tell Katie what I found in the Keurig machine because I think it would have killed her to know. But I watched it
Dude.
like a video on a guy who took apart a Keurig machine. It was like it was like disgusting, like mold and like scaly shit everywhere and grime and goo in there. And you don't know because you do the K-cup and it goes through the coffee and it comes out brown anyways. So you don't know that it.
Yeah.
So I took the Keurig machine apart because it was like starting to get like clogged when we'd try to use it, and it would like trickle out and it wouldn't fill a whole cup anymore. And I was like, this thing's fucked. So I took it apart, and it was full of like the tubes in it that would like lead to the
spiders
heating
in there. Like
the tubes that led to like the heating chamber, and then like the lines leading up to like the the output were just like full of slimy black, like
Mold.
grotesque shit.
Yeah.
And Katie was at work when I did this, and I was like, I cannot tell her about this. This will devastate her if she knows she's been drinking out of this for like years. So I just immediately threw it all away and bought a new one because I was like,
have you been drinking out of it?
No, not really. Maybe once or twice. I don't drink coffee really, but she was drinking out of it all the time. And that was like the most grotesque shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
so
see, that's what I
nasty.
was worried about. You know, like coffee, like you don't know what's going on in there. It's all closed up.
I know what was going on in there now.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I don't use a K-cup. I use a espresso machine.
She came home and was like, "Oh, we got a new Keurig machine," and I was like,
Yeah.
Don't worry about why. It was so bad.
Ugh.
Did you play it off like a
Yikes.
gift to her? You were like, I just wanted to get you a
No,
gift.
I told her the old one was gross, and I got a new one, but I didn't
You
explain.
didn't specify why it was gross. Yeah.
I didn't have the heart to like tell her that it looked like a clogged toilet inside the Keurig machine. That we were essentially like heating colonies of bacteria, keeping them alive in there.
That's why you got to use that descale. I think they say to do it like once a month or something. Like, I don't
can't
know.
be fucking bothered to think I'm gonna clean my
fucking
coffee
You know,
maker.
I feel like it's kind of surprising what kind of gross shit you can consume and have no repercussions from it.
I know.
Bodies are amazing.
And
Like,
now that I
human
think
bodies
about
are-
it, how come dogs can just chow down on their own shit and be fine, but if a human does
I
it,
tell
we're
you
gonna
something?
die?
I don't think you would die. I think you'd be okay.
I think you'd be just as fine as a dog eating their own shit.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh, speaking of, my dog just walked in. There's no shit here. Don't get excited, you little monster.
Shit.
Who said eat their own shit? I want in. He like never walks in here. He literally just walked in.
Oh god.
That's their sixth sense.
But-
You know, they say dogs have six senses.
I wouldn't suggest
That's
eating your
it.
own shit, but like,
They
there
drink
is.
from like little oil puddles on the side of the road, and they like
They have a lot of like.
Just,
They have a lot of bacteria and stuff. Like good, there's good bacteria, there's bad bacteria. They have a lot of good bacteria in their mouths, right? Like they say that.
so do we.
how?
They say that
From
dogs'
eating
mouths
kibble
are
every
cleaner
day?
than they're cleaner than most of the stuff that we use because they just, I don't know, like have their saliva can sanitize it.
What's
I
so
don't know.
special about their saliva that I don't
know.
have?
Someone look it up.
Dogs have, their saliva is like Purell.
Yeah.
They secrete some sort of
Also,
sanitizing.
Like if you're talking about immune system, they actually like suggest kids to like eat dirt and shit when they're young
Yeah,
because
they
if you
do.
keep them too clean, then when they get older, they have no immune system and they get sick.
Surgeons should let dogs lick their fingers before surgery.
Before surgery.
Dog mouths are cleaner than human mouths.
They're like storing the surgical tools in like dog shit. And
Yeah, they hold up like the side of a scalpel. A dog like just starts licking it.
This is
Put a
cutting
little
edge
peanut butter
science.
on there. We have to clean the blade. It licks the peanut butter off. It's sterile.
Doc, are you sure you should be doing that? Who's the scientist? Who's the doctor here? Okay. Did you go to med school for dog mouth studies? No? Then shut up and
Trust
let me
I'm a doctor.
let me remove your abdomen.
Speaking of the human poop thing, there's a lot of people that are doing composting now and they do human composting. We talked about it, I think, a little bit, but yeah. So it's probably
well,
not as bad
me.
as.
I'm not doing human compost.
Well, I know, but like, you know, the tiny house and the RV
Would've if
movement
you
and
didn't
all that
fix your
kind of stuff.
toilet.
Like tiny houses
Yeah.
are usually compost toilets.
I had like a used 80s boat once, like bought it for like $3,000, biggest mistake of my life.
That
But it
sounds
had
terrible.
a little cubby cabin in the front of it,
Mhm.
and it's all cushions in the cabin, and you could lift up the middle cushion, and there was a little toilet. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Does the toilet like must like empty into like a tank, and then you can like dump the tank or something? And I was looking at the toilet, and I was like, this is just a box. You just shit in this, and it like goes into a little tank of blue liquid.
It's a porta potty, basically.
It's a
And
porta
that's all
potty.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that freaked
That's
me
for
the fuck out.
emergencies. That's not for actual use.
I don't understand how they work. How those like those toilets like that work. Like I feel like you need to like flush, you know. And this thing to flush it had a little like plunger button you would push, and it would just like trickle some blue liquid down the sides of the bowl.
Mhm.
How is that gonna fucking do
What is that
anything?
blue stuff? Is that what they keep the combs in barbershops?
It's
The same
dog
stuff.
saliva.
Actually, they-
Yeah, that's
Same stuff.
it's dog saliva and blue food coloring. That's
dyed
that is the
dog
cleanest substance on earth.
So,
You keep scissors in it when you get your hair cut.
we tried science to make something that's more sanitized, but no, we can't. It's just dog saliva.
Dog saliva is gonna be like the miracle cure gel. It's
Yeah.
like bottled and like
You know, when
rub
everyone
it on
was
your
like
face and eat it.
freaking out about the Purell shortage, like at the beginning of COVID, little did they know.
Well, that's why everyone's adopting dogs. You know,
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with being a
Fido, I'm
companion.
home. And they like dangle their hands down. The dog's just like, just like
Yes.
get the backs, get the backs. Come on.
Purify my hands.
I do miss having a dog to like clean the floor when you drop like a little piece of
Oh yeah,
a little crumb
Yeah.
of anything.
I think our kitchen would be like 50% more covered in food if it weren't for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like making dinner, you drop like a few little granules of rice or like
Little piece of pasta that
yeah.
that'd stay there otherwise, you know. Like you're
thank
eating
God
dinner
for
at
this
the
little
table.
vacuum cleaner that roams the house.
I call
Like
my
a-
dog a little trash compactor. Yeah, I'm like here you go.
It's like a Roomba, but like sentient.
I don't know if I told this to Aqua, or I know Kings knows, but I talked about this in the past, how I always wanted the ZChum Twitter handle.
Mm.
Like
Do you not have it?
at ZChum, right?
Yeah.
No, I've always had at ZChum YT.
You gonna-
Oh.
are you
And,
I
gonna
have
uh,
Aqua
this?
FPS gaming. Yeah.
Right. And so in the past I've reached out to Twitter, I mean. Sorry.
Twitter. Yeah.
Did I say Twitch? I always like swapped the two. Twitter
It's
handle.
It's fine. It's Twitter. Yeah, go ahead.
And I've always wanted at ZChum. And the at ZChum account was like some guy with like a milk jug as his like image, and he hadn't tweeted since 2009. I think it was like totally dead. And I remember DMing the account being like, "Hey, is this account like active? Like I'd love to, maybe get this handle somehow. Can you get back to me?" And they never got back to me. And I just was like, "Fuck, I guess I never get the account." Who
I
Just
wonder
real quick.
where the original ZChum is right now.
Who has Aqua F? Is there an at Aqua FPS on Twitter?
Well, there is a Fortnite streamer named Aqua FPS, so that might be taken by
There
him.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they just thrive off of Aqua's name?
Yes.
The at Aqua FPS.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh yeah, there he is. 160
Remix
followers.
Games.
Dude, he hasn't tweeted since 2016.
I should try and get this handle.
Should reach out to this man. Hey, yeah, he's followed by Hazard. Hazard follows this guy.
Wait, what the hell?
Our most loyal gamer hole viewer.
Hazard, why are you following him?
He's been tweeting all the gamer hole questions at that person actually for a
That's
long
funny.
Oh
time.
my god.
So, anyways, that's funny. So I DM'd that guy, and I never replied.
I'm gonna
and that was
DM
like-
this guy.
That was like a year or two ago. And like last week, I get somebody in my Discords like adding me a ton, like an annoying amount, like at ZChum, I have something I want to discuss with you. ZChum, because I have my DMs closed. And I was like, hey man, just if it's important, you can like DM me on Twitter, or you can email me or something, and just let me know. And he sends me a screenshot of the at ZChum Twitter account. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, check your Twitter DMs. I check my Twitter DMs. I've got a DM from at ZChum, and it's this guy. And he's like, hey, man, want this account? And I was like, oh, yeah, I do. Hey, you're back. Like, you're back on your Twitter account. This guy was not back on this fucking Twitter account. This guy stole this fucking Twitter. I looked at his Discord. He's got like 1 million like Twitter accounts linked to it because he's just like a little Twitter account thief somehow. And he didn't want anything for the account. I couldn't like figure out this guy's scam. I was like, what's the scam here? Right?
Luckily, he talked to me.
Yeah, thank God I talked to Kings because I almost got mega scammed by this guy. This guy would have totally fucked my day. He was like, hey man, I don't want anything for the account. I just want to give it to you. And I was like, oh, like, do you watch my content? Do you know who I am? And he was like, no, I just, seems like you want the account. I figured I'd just do a good deed, give it to you. And I was like, that's kind of you. But then he started trying to like rush me, and anytime somebody tries to rush you, I feel like that's a scam, They don't want you to think. That's like classic sign of a scam. They're just quickly trying to get you to like, come on. And he's like,
accept the terms right off. Yeah.
He's like, here's what
credit card info.
He's like, here's what we do. I'm like, so how do I get the Twitter handle? He's like, here's what we do. Real quick, if you just go into your settings and go to your Twitter handle settings, just type at ZChum and just keep hitting like enter. And then right when I change my Twitter handle, you'll get at ZChum. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, how could this guy possibly hack me this way?
Yeah.
But I couldn't figure it out. So I was just like, yeah, I mean, this seems fine. Sure. Yeah. But I like right when I was about to do it, I paused for a second and I was like, you know what, dude, let me talk to my manager actually real quick and just think about that. Hey, let me get back to you, okay? I'm pretty sure what the guy was trying to do was as soon as I changed to at ZChum, he changes his to at ZChumYT, which is my current Twitter handle.
And that way
all those ancient tweets of people like adding ZChumYT would actually be adding his account he would make really quickly. And then he would just try to scam people. He'd make it look like my account, I bet. Right.
Make it look like your account and then reach out to people in DMs and say that he needs money and will you donate to here?
Yeah. Hey, it's me, ZChum. He'd probably DM a bunch of people at ZChumYT and be like, hey, it's me, ZChum.
And because that was your old name, people would just be like, oh,
I need $500.
So how do you get like a Twitter handle from someone else safely?
You know what I did, Aqua?
This is what
I made a second Twitter account. I just called it blah, 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 like just random fucking. And then I was like, you know what, dude? I will take the account. Actually, I'm ready. And he's like, okay, let's go. Ready? I'll be quick about it. Be quick. Just make sure you're ready to type it. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. And on this second random ass account I made, I got ZChum on that account. So now I'm in control of at ZChum on the second account. So the guy was like,
and I talked about it, and we were like, and at the end I was just like, well, you can just take both of them. Just don't give him either one.
At the end I was like, thanks, man. I got it. He's like, are you sure your name didn't change? And I was like, I got it.
I'm sure. Yeah. That's funny.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much.
Nice guy.
Welcome.
I don't know what the fuck that guy was up to. I know he was trying to scam my ass, but in the end, I get at ZChum. Sorry, Chad, but in the end, the nerd wins, or whatever that meme is.
Revenge of the nerds.
I'm super happy to get at ZChum.
So I had no idea. Swap over?
I'm afraid he's got like a bot waiting to grab the at ZChumYT. So I need to make like a third account to then grab ZChumYT when this account grabs at ZChum, and then I need to move ZChumYT to this account. It's like a bunch of bullshit.
It's a bunch of bullshit, but it's still gonna be pretty tough anyways.
Yeah. But I'm just happy to like have ownership.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave mine, I think.
Yeah. It's
fine.
It's so scary. I'm so afraid of what somebody could do.
It doesn't even matter.
But once you have it and you've had that name for so long, it's kind of like, do you really even want to swap it? You know?
I know.
I swapped my Twitch. I used to be Aqua FPS Gaming.
Yeah, you did swap your Twitch.
We had when that first happened, like I went through and changed a bunch of descriptions because it was wrong, and people were like getting the no.
Did somebody else have Aqua FPS on Twitch?
Yep. Just some like
Maybe it was this guy.
account that like never streamed. It might have been actually.
Maybe it was this guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ruined his streaming career, and he just gave up. He was.
I think he started first, and then I came along and that's why he stopped. Oh man, that would
Listen,
be...
kid, I'm Aqua FPS now.
No, the Twitter guy I think is just it's not
like that.
It's not like a streamer. I think that's just someone else. But on Twitch there's a Fortnite streamer that's named Aqua.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, Aqua Fortnite or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Aqua. I don't think
It's not the Twitter.
Aqua. That'd
It's
be.
not the Twitter swap.
Yeah.
The Twitter swap's just someone else. I don't know. I think he was. I don't know what he was. But I remember we looked him up before.
Almost. That'd be almost as crazy as shaving your balls. Am I right,
Wow.
guys?
That might have been like the harshest transition we've ever done. Yeah.
I can't think of any like
Boy,
testicle
oh boy,
related.
was ZChum glad to clean up that situation, just like he's glad to clean up his balls.
Just like my balls need a good shave. Fellas out there listening, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants. Time to clear out your winter bush and join the other 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code GAMERHOLE. That's 20% off and free shipping with code GAMERHOLE. GAMERHOLE. No space. Big shout out, Manscaped, for sponsoring this episode. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping my balls so smooth and clean this spring. This spring.
Do you guys do anything for spring?
With my balls?
No, go out like outside. Like do you have a spring?
I bring my balls outside and
Do anything special with your balls for spring, guys? Any cool patterns you're thinking of this season?
Well, I know Aqua doesn't because last time I said that I was making raised beds, he thought I was making bunk beds. So,
listen, you should ask yourself why that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going outside.
mm-hmm. You doing any gardening?
Me?
Honestly, yeah.
Katie's doing a ton of gardening.
Mm.
She's got a whole layout drawn up. She's got like a million different.
Wait, she drew it up?
Oh yeah, she's got.
Because my fiance did this. She drew up like where she has the raised beds like drawn out and what's
she's
gonna
got
go
it all.
where. And I'm like, I just go out there and put it in the ground.
Dig a hole in the earth and throw some seeds down there and
Grow
let
a
the rain
beanstalk.
come, grow whatever.
Yeah, she has it planned out, like drawn out, and she's like, this plant likes this plant, which is true. But she's like she likes this plant, so I'm gonna put this next to this and move this over here.
We can't grow the chives here because they'll take the whole place over. They got to be over here. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'll throw it in the ground.
I'm thinking this summer, my outdoor activity.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna wash my car.
For the whole season.
That's all he's doing outside. 3 times this summer. That's it.
I have one plan this summer, and it's to go out there in my driveway
Wash my car.
where my neighbors can see me with their eyes, wash my car, and then never go out there again.
Who the hell is that
Yeah.
washing Katie's car?
Who the fuck is that guy? Katie's got a husband? That little freak that makes those weird sounds at night.
Did he crawl out from under the house foundation? Who the fuck is that?
I always leave my window's been open this whole episode, and now like the weather's getting nicer out. My neighbors are starting to go outside. They're starting to hear me in here.
You're watching them through the blinds, like.
I know you guys are out there. I know you're having fun. I say a
Don't
lot of
mind
weird
me.
shit, and I feel like they're just listening to it without any context.
Oh, same, yeah.
ZChum, can you put some like fake bars on the window so that way it looks like you're like locked in there?
I would love bars on a window. That's God, I'd feel so safe with bars on my window. Are you serious? Not like
I wouldn't.
there's
Go.
any crime in this fucking country ass road I live out on, but God, I want to feel like
keep you in.
You in. That's what I want people to think.
so I can roll. The bars are on the wrong side of the window. They're like on the inside.
You're like the prisoner of Azkaban. Let me out of here. Just like running a coffee cup across the bar.
Like I hang out on the bar, like with my arms out of them, like a prisoner in like a 40s prison.
Yeah.
Hey, how are the kids? Like, talking to the guards.
Don't let him out.
I just, you know that scene in Harry Potter where the Ron comes in like a flying car and they rip the bars off Harry's window?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think about that a lot. I've thought about that since like 2005 or whenever that came out.
What about?
It's just in my mind all the time. Anytime
Also,
I see a window.
They copied in that movie. They copied The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh my God. Harry Potter didn't have an original idea? Whoa.
That's
No.
mind-boggling.
I
to
think
me.
that was The Mask, wasn't it? When they did that same escape.
I just
flying
thought about
car out a window.
no, just like a car ripping bars off.
You know what I think about a
So
lot?
like the Mask ripping off any jail thing in the Western ever.
What, Aqua? What do you think about?
You know a movie I love? Richie Rich. You ever see Richie Rich? They send the butler the toothpaste when he's in jail. It's like, and the little note it says "Don't use on your teeth," and then he uses that to melt the bars in the jail, and then get out. And then he's wearing like the cool like motorcycle guy outfit. He beats him up in the bathroom.
We talked about Richie Rich with a guest. We had a guest on, and we talked about Richie Rich. And I can't remember if I lied and said I watched it, or if I told the truth and said I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Yeah.
Watch Richie Rich and Hook. Those are my 2 movie recommendations.
Well, I watched Hook the other day.
Hook with like
Hook's great.
Hook was great.
Robin Wilson. Hook.
Robin Williams. Hook.
Wilson?
Why did I say Wilson? I was thinking of like Tom Hanks's little
maybe
like
a little
ball.
too many CBD cigarettes there, ZChum.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Wilson. What is wrong with me?
But yes,
Did we tell Kings about our day today?
They go, Hook, give us the hook, give us the hook.
Oh yeah, Kings is really gonna love to hear about our day today.
What'd you do there?
We're gonna reluctantly tell you about our day today.
I'm not
Me
proud.
And ZChum spent like the whole day together, pretty much.
Go ahead. I'm already.
But yesterday we talked about it. First, we were like,
yeah,
tomorrow, Aqua, we're gonna get up at 9. We're gonna duo stream at 10 when no one else is awake. And we're gonna play Rust. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna
just like do a big Rust, full like Rust snowball experience, right?
That's what we had in Rust
mind.
day from like 10 a.m. to whenever we finished. It was gonna be huge.
We were gonna get to end.
It was gonna be huge.
Yeah,
was being the keyword.
Mm-hmm. It would have been great.
Yeah.
So first thing, I get a message. I wake up at like 9, right? I'm just waiting for ZChum to show up, right? I get a message from ZChum at like 10:30.
Yeah,
I
it's about
slept through
10:30.
my alarm, and I said, "You know what? That's fine. I honestly wasn't feeling it this morning either." And
to be honest, though, 10:30 for me, that's pretty impressive still.
That's pretty early.
that's
Usually
not
doesn't
bad
make
for
it for 11
ZChum.
recordings. So
Yeah,
right. He tried. You know, you could tell he tried. And then he's like, "I'll message you in a couple hours. Then we start." And I was like, "Okay, sounds good." 1 o'clock rolls around. I get the message, gamer. And I say hello. I have to send a couple emails and then I'll call you. So I call him when I can. And then we just start talking about stuff. Like an hour goes by. It's like 2 o'clock. We're like, we arrive at the fact that we're like, I don't want to play Rust today. So we just completely didn't play Rust. And then we're like, yeah, we'll still stream though. We'll definitely stream, right?
Definitely.
Maybe we'll play. Maybe we'll stream like, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe, and then ZChum's like, no, we'll stick with Rust, but I'm gonna like go eat. I'm really hungry all of a sudden. I'm like, all right.
bread.
Yeah, he ordered Panera bread. Then he like disappears for a while, orders the Panera bread. But while we're having the conversation, I will say, King, so you don't yell at me too much or get too upset. I made the thumbnail. I uploaded that video. I did some stuff. Okay, I did some things.
I don't yell at you.
He did do some things. Yeah,
I did some things. I know you don't yell at me. I was kidding. But so then ZChum gets back from his Panera bread. He's like, hey. I'm like, hey. And then I message him like, I don't want to stream today anymore. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I was like, you want to play on Showdown? And he's like, yes. And I was like, we should just stream it. He's like, yeah, we should. And then he was like, we're going to play one round of Hunt Showdown and see how it goes. And then we'll stream. And I was like, okay, deal. And then we played like 7 or 8 rounds of Hunt Showdown and never streamed. So
instead we gossiped like middle-aged women for.
Did you record?
Yeah.
There you go.
But still, like,
successful day.
But let's be honest,
this whole day, like, we unraveled the entire day, layer by layer of productivity, like an onion, until there was nothing left. This is just a wasted day.
No, this is why you guys ask me when you actually want to be productive. Aqua does the same thing, but he'll do it with me. He'll be like, should I? And I'll be like, yeah, just turn on the stream. Just turn on the stream, and then you'll be good.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I don't want to be on camera,
But you do once you turn it on.
We had such grand plans for the day, and instead I watched The Sopranos for like 4 hours, ate a sandwich from Panera, and played Hunt Showdown for 2 hours.
Like 90% of the time with streamers, they don't like with streamers. 90% of the time they don't want to turn it on, but once they turn it on, they're like, we didn't even love this.
We didn't even streamers too. You know how often I turn it on when I don't feel like turning it on?
It's so fucking rough when just to press that go live button.
It's hard sometimes.
And once you do it, you're like,
and you don't get over it either.
And
some
just
days it's tough.
This recording we did for this, Aqua was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be on it tonight. I'm kind of my brain's not in it. And then as soon as we turn it on,
it's tough with the gamer hole since we do one every single week.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's similar to live streaming where like some days you're gonna have just like awesome
some days you're
streams.
having an off day.
Yeah. Some days you're totally on it and you're like, this is the wackiest stream I've had in months.
Yep.
And then some days you're looking at the timer and you're like, is 3 hours long enough for me to stop?
Yeah.
Which at the same time it's like, oh, so hard for you. You have to play games to make money.
Yeah, it depends.
But at the same time, I want to entertain people, and if I don't feel like I'm being entertaining, it's like feeling like you're doing a bad job at your job. It's the same feeling.
It's just you're hard on yourself.
It's like showing up to work and knowing like everyone's like, oh, this guy's not doing his fucking job.
Both of you started as YouTubers, which is what the tough transition, in my opinion, because you're used to, especially you guys that edited videos down a lot. You wanted 100% of that video to be like entertaining.
Yeah.
Whereas streamers, especially if you start out as a streamer, it's like,
that's impossible.
If 40% of the time you're having an amazing time, that's still a really good stream because there's going to be downtime in streams. There's going to be, you have to get up to go to the bathroom. Like that kind of stuff is going to happen in streaming. Whereas YouTubers, it's like the whole video has to be pretty fucking good. You can't have a 2-minute downtime for you to go to the bathroom in a video, but you can on stream.
Some people also, though, I think they like extroverted people like really like thrive on social like they don't have a limit, how much they can
have
be
to
like
recharge
switched on
constantly.
I need a lot of like recharge time myself.
Whereas Decky can stream Civ for 36 hours straight and he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I could do it.
Some days I'm just, not in the mood to socialize. And actually, I feel like streaming uses up a lot of my social juice for the day.
Social juice. I like that. I like that term, social juice.
I have a finite amount of social juice. I do. And I didn't stream today, but I was low on the juice, you know, and I recognize that.
What a godly term, social juice.
You know, like I could just turn it on, but I want all my streams to be good, you know? And like sometimes if you're just I do feel that if you're just gonna sit there and you're just not on it, you know, it's almost better to not go live, because like one bad stream could be like someone watching would be like, that
This
was
guy
boring.
sucks.
I'm not gonna watch again.
This guy
You know?
fucking. I'm not watching this shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Some of your best streams were the ones that you didn't want to stream, so it's not always that case, but yeah.
No, not always.
My social juice is low.
And also
I had low
YouTube is another thing where people are like, I don't know, like YouTube, if you put out one bad video, it's a lot worse than one bad stream. And that's why doing sponsorships on Twitch is usually easier than sponsorships on YouTube.
I'm experiencing low juice right now.
Someone's
There's an
outside.
animal dying out there.
Oh my god! Right when we talked about it.
What?
There's an
There's
animal
like a
that's dying.
screaming animal out there.
I don't hear it.
We can't hear it.
Maybe
but-
it's just a woman being killed. What is that?
What? You need to go check ZChum?
That's like an animal. Like that's like a fox. Just like
Going crazy.
yeah, that's like out in the field.
My
Why
dog.
would a woman be out in that field? That doesn't make any sense.
My dog got used to this, like my house now, because it's just barely started getting in here. So now it actually like barks at things and like protects its property type of deal. You know how dogs, when they first move in somewhere, they're pretty like meh. You know, they don't really care. They're learning the area. But now he's used to it. So now I listen to barking all the time.
That is insane. That is actually insane.
I really want to hear this, actually.
That's got to be like a fox. It's like it. You can tell it's an animal, but it just barely sounds like a person.
Do you need to go?
It's like
Maybe you should call the police.
no, dude, that's not a person. It's literally forest, like behind my house. But it's.
You ever like wander around in the woods?
I've wanted to.
Being,
Where's this
being in
going?
the woods by yourself, and it's terrifying, a terrifying experience, harrowing to me,
Why?
because I don't know. Like,
You have a bad experience in the woods?
no.
Let me put on my little
no.
psychiatrist helmet for a second.
I got lost once when it, like as it was getting dark when I
Maybe
was a
that's part of
kid
it.
with some friends, and like there was no cell service. We had like flip phones or whatever, but there was no service, and it was getting dark. And I remember like getting really scared because we had no idea how to get out, and like we
It was
had
woods?
no, yeah.
Oh, this could be
And-
why you're scared.
No, that's not why though. But like, imagine walking around in there, just stumbling upon someone living in the woods, and they look
Why
and
are
like
you
they
doing
pop
this
up.
to me?
Like you approach them, and they just like pop up, and they have like a fucked up like beard, and they're just like, and they just stare at you. Oh,
They
man,
look
that'd
like
be
that guy
scary.
from Hunt Showdown. Like,
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, exactly. You know, and also just like
I like how this is
Being
where
alone-
Aqua's head goes too. This is great to see inside the mind of Aqua.
this is how my mind works.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
He is so descriptive of the person living there too.
I've thought about this guy in the woods my whole life.
You could
Yeah.
be,
I could
you
write a
could be
whole
that
book
guy,
about it.
Aqua.
I could.
You could be that guy in the woods.
Then I don't have to fear it because I'll be the guy in the woods.
You are like perfect for this role to be the woods guy.
He's like a Little Nightmares too, or
I
whatever.
don't know what
He
I'm talking about.
becomes the man in the woods.
You know, I ramble about stuff. I think I might be very strange. I might have a strange.
I would
like,
say that most people that know you would probably say that. Yeah.
You guys think I'm weird?
Yeah.
Like, I talk about some things on stream sometimes. Like, people are like, "Why are you talking about this?"
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like come up with weird things to like focus on for some reason. I'm sorry.
Everyone
I just go in another direction.
Everyone's strange in some way, so just live with it. You know, love
I
your
just
weird.
searched up the sound of a fox screaming, and it's definitely a fox. Just so you guys don't think a woman is dying outside my house.
We can't hear it, but
We
yeah.
can't hear it, but okay.
It is
A
definitely
fox is dying outside of your house potentially.
Potentially the worst thing that's happening out there is a fox is being killed. Okay.
By the woodsman.
God, they sound very human. That's crazy.
I hope it's okay.
Circle of life, Aqua. It's the circle of life. It's a dying fox. A circle.
Does anyone have any more stories?
I don't have many stories.
I watched about how I did my taxes, but that's really all I got.
Oh God, I have my taxes, and I haven't quite. I've done it all. I just have to pay for it, and God, I'm screwed.
I got pretty fucked this year on my taxes.
Everyone is. Anyone who's a streamer and self-employed just gets hurt so much. Like my taxes, I was like, oh, no big deal, not a big deal. Then I was like, self-employed taxes on top of that. I'm screwed.
It's the first time I've ever dipped into the old savings account to pay those off.
Yeah, happens.
Thanks, IRS. I don't care what you say. The IRS isn't real. It's not a real place.
It's just one guy taking everybody's money.
Yeah, pretty much because of how much Trump cut the budget. There's like 3 people.
See how the IRS still runs on like a computer system from 1980?
Yeah, they don't have any funding anymore.
Like 1985. They use like floppy disks and shit to like transfer programs.
Same with like all government.
What would happen if just like I'm not gonna say that. I don't want the government to kill me.
What do you think the government cyber terrorism unit uses for computers? Do you think that those guys are still running 1985
You know what?
computers?
I'm just gonna say it. What if we all just didn't pay our taxes? What if everyone just didn't pay their taxes one year? What if just no one paid taxes? What's the IRS gonna do? Put us all in jail? Put everyone in jail?
Driving on roads with potholes, ZChum.
Oh, you think our money's going to that right now anyways? Come
the
on.
IRS would go after all the small guys, and yeah.
All the companies would be like, yeah, let's all not pay our taxes this year, guys. We're with you. And the IRS would like arrest every like small citizen, but then all the companies would be like, that was a great year, guys. That was a great idea.
Yeah, probably.
Just like me going to bed right now would be a great idea. I'm sleepy and ready to sleep.
Me too. I think we need... All right, hold up. We should record a little bit more, but cut out some of that.
No. I'm not cutting any of it out. I want it all there, raw and pure.
Okay. Whatever you say.
No outro?
This was nice.
Yeah.
No, we could do an outro. Thank you so much for watching episode 70, everybody. We appreciate you. Decky will be back next week. He's sorry he wasn't here. He'll be here next week. We miss him. Take it easy. What's up, gamers? Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. We put a lot of work into these. If you liked it, consider becoming a member just by clicking the join button down below this video. Becoming a member will get you access to exclusive members-only benefits like a monthly live stream, as well as an extra hour-long episode every week on top of the main episode. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. And as always, we will see you next week.